Buongiorno, mon amigos. Right, what has Jag been watching on Netflix and YouTube? Well, recently, folks, I've just watched Hatfields and McCoys. Kevin Costner, Tom Berenger, Powers Booth, and a few other folk as well, man. A great series. I think it was three-hour-long episodes. It's based on a true story just set after the American Civil War in 1865. And it's about these two families that they had a bit of an incident in the war, and it carries on into their life afterwards. Great acting, fantastic stuff. And Tom Berenger, I didn't even recognise him. I was looking and saying, where is Tom Berenger in this? And it only was after the first episode I had to go and check it out, and he plays a fantastic part. He was my favourite character in the whole thing. So yes, great. I loved watching that. It was really interesting. It was based on a true story. And yeah, just it was the whole thing was just well done. Loved it. Now I delved into the fantasy realm as well, folks, and I watched the Shannara Chronicles. I think it was about 10 episodes or something, 45 minutes long, and it was okay. It was elves versus the humans versus the dwarves and the gnomes, kind of Lords of the Ring kind of stuff like. But it was actually all right. The most annoying thing was just when something was about to happen, it kind of ended and then went on to another scene. So it was like, oh, God's sake. But yeah, it was all right. And there was some grisly, gruesome killings in it. Yeah, some good bloodshed and some good fantasy stuff. The elves, the pokey ears, and, you know, yeah, it was all right, man. And it had a conclusion, but, you know, there's going to be a second. Well, there is a second series. I know. In fact, I think it's up to Series 5 at the moment. So, yeah, that's worth watching. The Shannara Chronicles, man. That was good. Yeah, enjoyed that. Now, we went back in time again, and I watched a thing called Banished. Well, I watched the first hour-and-a-half long episode of it. And who was in that? Now, there was Ewan McGregor. No, the other one. What's his name? The one that played Spud in Trainspotting. Ewan Bremner. Ewan Bremner? Yeah, he was in it. So, but it was really difficult to see him in that because he played a minister, and I know he was Spud, you know what I mean? It was really difficult to see him out of it, and it was all sort of based on prisoners and their captors looking after them, and they had to share women and food and everything and all this kind of stuff. So that was all right. I watched the first one, as I said. I've still got the second one to watch. Yeah, it was quite interesting. Well acted, I must say. So some good acting in it, and yeah, you could feel the sort of the grittiness of the whole scenario, you know, pretty mean stuff, man. And I delved into science fiction. Yes, I watched Whatever Happened to Monday. It's about this you know, dystopian futuristic sort of world where you only had one child, but this guy played by, well, what's his name again, oh man, anyway, he has seven children he has, and they were like septuplets, and he named them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they go out into the world on the day that of their name, and they have to sort of play one person, but there's seven of them, if you know what I mean. So it all gets very complicated, and Monday kind of goes missing. So whatever happened to Monday? It was all right. It started off pretty good, and then it sort of, you know, dissolved a little bit towards the end. But as science fiction goes, it's more sort of gritty, urban, futuristic kind of stuff. You know, you can imagine actually being true in the future where you're only allowed, you know, one child. Right, folks, I also watched a thing called, oh my lord, what was it called? It was about session musicians, and but the title was like something from a hit and run kind of movie. What was it? Oh, for heaven's sake, what was it called? It was called Hired Gun, folks, and it's about session musicians. Most of the most famous albums that you have from Meatloaf, Billy Joel, all the American sort of, you know, all that's Aerosmith, Kiss, have all been played and recorded by this bunch of session musicians, and they're hired guns. Basically, they step in for the actual artists. Now, the actual artists do write the songs and play them, but when it comes to the studio, they need it done quickly. So these guys come in and they just do it. It's a fascinating insight into the world of session musicianship. Something's just come up on my thing there. Get rid of that. So yeah, a very good watch. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And it's like, you know, for example, the Kiss record. Kiss. All of their albums were sort of more or less done by these session musicians, the Hired Guns, as they're called, and it was kind of focused on the Billy Joel band, and the drummer. He's played lots of hits, and you'd be amazed. So that was a good one. I enjoyed that. That was really good. Hired Gun, folks. Yes, go watch that. Boom, folks. When I started playing guitar, I think I'm what they call a lazy guitar player, man. I've developed this horrific style of put my thumb over, which is really bad. You know, and I'm playing chords. Look at that. That's what it should be. It should be behind, and your fingers should be arched nicely, and you know, like that. But no, I play like this. Because you should be doing it. You know, get it all nice. I'm really bad. I kind of grab the neck rather than, you know, supposed to sort of support your fingers. Because I mean, look at that. Jimi Hendrix used to put his thumb over and actually mute a couple of notes, but I can't do that. But yeah, you should have your thumb sort of like this, nicely behind. See, but I just kind of, I have mine at a slant and everything. I'm just a very lazy guitar player. It doesn't sound good when you're on the acoustic. You know, you get away with an electric, but not on the acoustic, man. Just have you ever seen the sunshine come out the moon? It's like putting smack into a dirty old spoon. I'm shooting magic into my veins, and from now on, oh man, I'll never be the same. I'm gone, I'm gone, I'm gone, far away. Oh, I'm gone, yeah, I'm gone, you're gone far away. Oh yeah, man, so far. Don't know where that came from. So man, I don't really know where all this stuff comes from. Well, obviously it comes from my head, but why do I think these things, and why do I play them? Why do I sing them? I really don't know, man. And I mean, you know, I never sing about the joys of life. You know, oh, the sun is shining, it's lovely, and I'm in love with everybody. It's always, oh man, it's dark and depressing. Why? Because I'm not like that. It's weird. It really is weird. It's a strange, strange thing, man. I just don't understand it. I must have a real dark depth, deep within it. It just comes out when I start playing, man. Even when I was young, I was writing poetry and things. There's always, you know, dark demons and things. Oh man. Anyway, now I must say hello to Bill Morrison once again. Bill, look, there's your Dalek man. There it is. It's on display on the top of my bookcase. There it is. Exterminate, exterminate. Excellent. He found it in a charity shop, and he said it thought of me. So fantastic. I mean, really nice of him. So good to meet you, Bill. Very nice to meet you. Thank you. It was a good day. I enjoyed that, meeting everybody. It's great fun. So there we go. I think there was a battery compartment in this, isn't there? No. No. So there, it just sits right there. Excellent. And we'll finish tonight's guitar ramblings on the uke. Coming home, but I've got nothing to show for all of my endeavours. Yeah, I'm coming home, but I've got nothing to show for all of my endeavours. Oh yeah, I'm coming home, but I got nothing to show for all of my endeavours. Hired Gun, that's what it was called, folks. Hired Gun. About the excuse me,